were joining 4 years ago are starting to cut each other's throats, man. I'm loving to see that part take off. I'm loving to see that we're getting control of this oil that backs our U.S. reserve currency. I'm liking to see that too.
Okay, what is he doing like towards BRICS?
Well, they were expanding the past 4 years, and the reason why, why that happened, right, is because we kicked them off of SWIFT.
Okay, what has Trump done?
Well, don't you see what he's done with Venezuela to control of their oil? We're pumping more oil. We're trying to work out a little deal for Alberta.
We're still getting oil from Venezuela and from Iran, the Strait of Hormuz.
And how much are they paying for it?
In terms of like the Strait of Hormuz, actually Iran is the one charging tolls.
Well, that's going to be interesting, seeing as that we just went ahead and seized all their crypto. How are they getting money for it?
We're talking about China here?
No, Iran. We seized their crypto.
Okay.
So how are they getting paid for it?
How are they getting paid for it?
Mm-hmm.
By the countries that want to get their ships through the Strait of Hormuz and paying a toll?
Yeah, they pay the toll into TRX, correct? And we took their TRX. That's their crypto.
So what I'm hearing is you just support Donald Trump destabilizing the region in the world, right?
100%, yes. 100%.
So you don't like a stable world. You like a destabilized world.
Well, that's what you're not understanding, is that the world has been after us. There's how many countries are out there, right?
Last I checked, it was a couple hundred, like 197.
180 something, right?
Sure.
Do you think all those countries want to be number one?
Probably not.
Oh, probably so, right?
Mm-mm.
Do you think China would want to be greater than America? Answer would be
like
yes.
What greater? How are we greater than them?
Well, when you had Ping sit there and say, Xi sit there and say he wants to have the world's reserve currency, wouldn't you think that he's looking to be number one?
Are you making the claim that we're like the greatest country?
Well, we are.
Based on what metric?
Which one do you want? Military, financially, culturally? Which one do you want?
Financially, we're not the best. Nordic countries are going to have better economic mobility. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do we stand on GDP globally?
We're talking about economic mobility.
Well, no. Where do we stand on GDP?
GDP, we have a pretty good GDP.
Yeah, we have the largest GDP, correct?
Sure, but that doesn't prove me wrong in the economic mobility. We're talking about financial.
Economic mobility is zero when it comes to GDP.
Where you said you were talking about financial, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the people have more economic mobility in Nordic countries compared to the United States. Also, America is going down this like war path. China isn't. China is investing their money into their own country. We're investing it in killing children. That's the difference.
What's China's debt to GDP?
One more time.
What's China's debt to GDP?
No idea. I don't care either.
300%.
Okay, how does that prove me wrong?
What does that mean? Here, I'll give you a clue.
Your point is?
Yeah, I'll give you a clue. 80% is what we had during the Great Recession. So China's debt to GDP is 300%. What do you think that means? What do you think that means to their economy?
Can you get to your point?
So if you don't even understand this, why bother?
I just need you to get to your point, because this is like, you're not even addressing what I'm saying. So can you make your point or adjust what I'm saying?
So what you're not understanding is that you're sitting here saying that China is investing into their country. Their debt to
they're not on a war. Are you denying that like America's on a war path and China isn't, right? We are clearly on a war path, and we have been for decades. Mm-hmm. Libya, Hezbollah, Iran.
Oh my God.
Iraq. We've been in a war path for decades.
Right.
China hasn't. I'll give you maybe Taiwan, right? But even then, they're just it's just tensions rising, right? China's not on a war path. Are you denying that?
What collapsed Russia?
Are you going to address anything that I'm saying?
Do you? I'm trying to help you understand, because Russia went through
what I'm saying, whether you deny or agree with that.
I'm trying to explain it to you. Are you too young or too? What's wrong with you? You don't want to understand things.
I think you should address what I'm saying.
Your argument is that China is investing in their country. I told you China's debt to GDP is 300%.
Yeah, what's your
And
source?
what was? Oh boy. Are you done?
No, what's your source?
Cool. What was the fall of Russia? Investing, the literal fall of Russia was investing in their country. I'm sorry. You're too slow for this one. Thanks for having me up, buddy.
What are you talking about? Like that? What? Yeah, we should choose a warpath, then invest into our own country. We should 100% choose killing children over investing in our own country. The fuck was that guy on? Genuinely. I have no idea what that guy was on. See if we get any debates. That guy. Let's see. Right. How's it going? Thank God for Trump. Manny, I sent you an invite. No life? You're the one in my comments section. You have the number 1, number 3. He's a good president. Come up and debate me, Cash. Maybe the corgi is. You're amazing. I appreciate you so much. Amazing. If you guys support Trump, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Love to debate with you. Love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we are looking for some debates. If you are a Trump supporter or you want to debate me on a topic, make sure to join up in the guest box. We are on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe as always. Make sure to hit that notification bell as soon as you guys hit that subscribe. That way you guys get notified every single time I go live and don't miss a single live because we do these every single day. So there's that. Oh, my Wi-Fi. Hold on. Because he puts the people of the United States first, I'd love to debate you on that. Come up and debate me. I'm confused. Do I support Trump? I don't. Worst president of my lifetime and your lifetime. Trump is in the files more than Epstein. Trump files featuring Jeffrey Epstein. If you don't like the United States and leave, no, I can change it. Trump will get everything done.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
When's your birth year?
2008.
What month?
May
What day?
3rd.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, like, the primary reason I support Trump is because of his executive orders that he was trying to get access to the legislative branch to regulate, like, trans women and women's bathrooms and, like, trans men and men's bathrooms.
Okay, what did that executive order do?
Really nothing, but I think the executive order was purposeful.
Purposeful? So then what was its purpose?
Like in an attempt to like dismantle like patriarchal normatives that are influenced within like the trans community.
Did the attempt work?
No, but I think that the
So then
attempt
it was a failure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing on like successes of Trump. I'm just arguing.
You're
on,
arguing why you support Trump over Harris. It would be determined based on successes and failures, yes.
No, it would be based on initiative.
Based on initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. So if Donald Trump wanted to do all these things and failed on every single one of them, you would still support him because he tried. People shouldn't get an award for trying. Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, within like the status quo, it's gonna be hard to pass something for trans people because they like are obviously like a big portion of our governance today, and they're a big portion of
They're a big
like
portion of
politics.
our governance.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, trans ideologies are like a big portion within our governance.
The Republicans obsessing over like trans people, sure.
Exactly. So, Republicans.
The point is, Republicans have a majority, a slight majority. So, what's your point? You're saying it's gonna be difficult to get something
But the
passed?
middle
No,
ground-
they have a slight majority.
that the middle ground would be found, like with the executive orders that are being passed to like take trans women out of like women's sports and to like take trans women out of like women's bathrooms.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think like trans women belong in women's bathrooms?
Yes.
Do you think that women's bathrooms should be specifically like for women and girls?
Women's bath. Yes.
Okay. Do you like what do you think like a women's space should be exclusive to? Adult human females?
If you want to base bathrooms on sex, is that your view?
Yeah, you said I think like if women's spaces are like specific to women and girls, which the shared trait between women and girls is being a female, then I would argue that females have only access to women's spaces. So yeah.
Okay. So then, what about trans men? Should trans men go into a female bathroom under your worldview?
Yeah, trans men should be in women's bathrooms.
Okay, so masculine presenting individuals should be in a female's bathroom. Yes.
It depends on like the sex of the masculine presenting individual.
Well, they're a trans man, right? Female.
Well, yeah, a
That's
trans
what
man
trans
is
man
a
means.
masculine presenting individual because like a butch woman would be like a trans man in your view.
Sure. Let's just say, let's just say a very masculine presenting trans man, right? Female.
Yeah.
Sex. You're saying that he should go into the female bathroom.
Yeah, because he's a female.
Okay. How does this prevent other males from claiming that they're trans men, and actually being like saying that they're females? How does this prevent them from happening?
Yeah, so it would happen, but if we if we realize that like sex estimation is like accurate by 96%, we see that like a adult human male is like trying to cosplay as like a trans man, that would be like virtually impossible given the sex estimation inferences we have through evolution.
Okay, so you're gonna be examining them, every single person that walks into the restroom, or what? You're gonna do
there's gonna be,
a
like,
full face
dimorphic-
examination, full
there's
body
gonna be, like,
examination.
dimorphic
How is it gonna work?
There's going to be like dimorphic traits that are like indicative of like the male and
Is there gonna be like a security guard at every single bathroom in America?
No, I mean like individuals.
Then how are you gonna know?
Individuals can recognize like a male phenotype because our sex estimation tools that we have built from evolution are 96% accurate.
Okay, sure, but how does that prevent them from going into the female bathroom under your worldview?
Yeah, and under my worldview, it would be virtually impossible for a male individual to cosplay as a trans man in order to access. Well, I would
It wouldn't
think
be
like,
virtually impossible. It would be completely possible because you would already have masculine presenting individuals.
Well, yeah,
Right.
I'm not saying that like it's impossible. I'm just saying it's virtually impossible,
No,
which
it's
means
not.
that like
It's
they
literally
would
not,
be
'cause
very
you
rare.
would already have masculine presenting individuals in the female bathroom.
Wait, why would a masculine?
And
why would-
I don't know
why-
about you, but whenever I go to the bathroom, I don't take a look to see who has feminine characteristics or masculine characteristics, right? I just go there, pee, and wash my hands and get out, right?
Well, no, I think that like
Do
if
you
we
look at
were,
every single person whenever you go into a bathroom and say, "Huh, they have a masculine characteristic. They have a feminine characteristic. Do they belong here?" Do you
no,
do
but
you do
like
that?
most trans men can't like get access to like medical transitioning, so they wouldn't meet like the male phenotype. Which I'm trying to argue is that like the fairly masculine presenting trans men could gain access to those men's spaces and virtually pass. But with the vast majority of trans men not getting access to gender affirming care, they wouldn't have access to medical transitioning in order to acquire the male phenotype in order to fit within male spaces.
But
So
the
they would be
argument is here that you
discriminated
think trans
against
men should
and
be in
harmed.
female spaces.
Yeah, trans men, colloquially and commonly, do not have access to medical transitioning in order to acquire the male phenotype. So they wouldn't be able to pass along because they only have access to social transitioning.
Trans men don't just have access to social transitioning. What?
Well, wait, most
What?
trans men only socially transition. You could search it
Okay, that
up.
doesn't mean that they don't have access to them. Just because someone socially transitions,
Wait,
doesn't mean that they don't have access to doing
you
otherwise.
don't think Trump cutting access to like federally funded medical programs to get access to gender affirming care is like harming individuals' access to like medical gender affirming care?
I do think that's yes, I do. Right.
So then less
But
people
it
getting
is the case that
access.
like post Trump, they did have access to them. You're saying that they don't have access. So that's a lie. Even
Yeah, I
now,
can
they
give
still
you
do
that.
have access.
I
Even
can
now,
give you
they
the
still
stat
do.
that most.
It's very difficult, but they still do have access.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that they don't have. I'm
You
not
literally
arguing that
said they
people.
don't.
Wait, I'm not arguing that people don't have access. I'm saying that most of them don't have access.
Okay, most of them don't have access.
Yeah,
Okay, the ones that do, they're still going to be in the female bathroom.
yeah. Most of them socially transition, so they wouldn't be able to pass.
But we're talking
Yeah.
about the trans men
Yeah,
who
most
look
trans men,
masculine.
most trans women,
Okay,
and trans
we're
men.
talking about the masculine presenting individuals that are going to be in the female bathroom under your
Yeah, do you think
worldview.
do you think like butch women who would get discriminated against in like a woman's restroom, like butch women being like very masculine presenting lesbians, would be like included in, I don't know, the trans based discrimination that we have in America?
Sure, I mean, I can grant you that. What's your point?
Yeah, the point is being that trans discrimination is going to harm cis women actively. So
That's why I
trans
advocate for gender neutral bathrooms.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, so gender neutral bathrooms would be some sort of alternative, but we already have some sort of sex-based system for sex-based segregation for bathrooms within the status quo
Based on
under the
gender, not
patriarchy.
sex.
Well, no, it's based on sex.
Based on gender,
'Cause-
bathrooms are based on gender.
Wait, do you think a woman's bathroom is exclusive to only women?
Yes, women.
Wait, you don't. Do you think? Wait, so
is
girls can
exclusively only for
access?
women.
So girls can access women's restrooms?
So women and girls' bathrooms. That's what we're referencing.
Yes,
here?
girls
It's very
aren't women.
disingenuous.
Girls aren't women. They are distinct gender from women.
Yeah, so but we're talking
But
about
they
gender.
still have access to women's restrooms.
Right, that's why you typically also see like the posted picture on it, whether it be like a men's bathroom or a woman's bathroom, right? Obviously,
Yeah, and
boys and
why-
girls
why
are
do
gonna
you-
go. The boys and girls are gonna go into the women's bathroom or the man's bathrooms. This
Yeah,
is
so
very
why would
disingenuous.
girls have access to women's bathrooms if they're not a woman?
So we're talking about like gender, about like girls and women, and
Yeah, do you think girls
in women's
are?
space. So hold on, what's your point?
Yeah, you're saying women's space should be specifically designated for women. Girls aren't women, so they should be excluded from the women's bathroom under your worldview, correct?
No, I think we should have gender neutral bathrooms. My worldview, if you want to know my worldview, I think we should have gender neutral bathrooms.
Okay,
Which is that you agree with me.
Yeah, no, I mean under the patriarchy, we wouldn't have gender neutral bathrooms. Like it's just
So you're
virtually
saying
impossible.
are you saying it's impossible for us to have gender neutral bathrooms?
Within the patriarchy, it's going to be very hard to install it. Yeah.
So it could be hard, but we could vote in progressive candidates to do so, whether it be on the local level or federal level.
Yeah, do you think that even if we vote upon it, that it's still going to be common to like implement like an already in place sex-based segregated sex segregated practice that we've had for years?
Is it going to be difficult? Sure, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen or it's going to be impossible.
So then it would
The
be
argument is here that it is
non-utilitarian.
very possible. It is very possible to have these gender neutral bathrooms. But again, this has nothing to do with Trump because Trump has done nothing like you even said. The executive order did absolutely nothing. So could we go back to why you support Trump? Because again, people don't deserve a war crying award. This isn't first grade.
I think the
I'm
big
sorry, this is the president of the
argumentation.
United States. It's not first grade.
I think the big argumentation that I have is I don't think trans women should access women's spaces.
That's
I think
great.
Trump
Trump did
making
nothing for
action. Wait, Trump making initiatives through doing the executive order isn't an attempt to get trans women out of women's spaces.
No, because it did nothing you even agreed to.
Wait, you don't think the executive order is an attempt?
I think Trump is okay with trans women in women's spaces.
Wait, can you answer my question? Do you think it's an attempt?
It's an attempt?
get
No, the way
trans
that
women
he
out of
worded it
women's
was not an attempt to get the no.
Wait, the executive order passed to try to get trans women out of women's sports and women's
No,
spaces.
the way it was written, no, it didn't.
Wait, can you tell me where in the executive order wasn't intuitive to say that like it wasn't
I
an
can't prove
attempt
it
to get
negative.
trans?
Nice try, though. But my claim here is just going to be
Wait,
Donald
what?
Trump is okay with trans women.
Wait, what did you just say?
I can't provide evidence for a negative claim, right? So if you're asking me to prove something that isn't there, I can't do that, right? So you seem like this wannabe debate, bro. So how about you get better at debating? My claim is going to be Trump is okay with trans
Wait,
women.
you can prove a negative claim though, because that's begging the question.
So Trump is okay with trans women? Are you going to address what I'm saying? Hello? You gotta unmute. He left. Wow. Interesting. Moving on to the next guest. Wow. Because he knew Trump is okay with trans women. With the clip that I was about to play anyways. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Niggers.
Yeah, you're disgusting. Get out of my live stream. Typical Trump supporters, yeah, they're obsessed with like trans people. And then they run. How's it going?
I think
What do you wanna
trans
talk
people
about?
should be just mass hung and just killed like by the stake. Just
And I think you're disgusting. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
What's up, man?
How old are you?
No. We can have a serious conversation on the real though.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 20.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just want to talk about my love for Trump, Israel, Epstein, all these people. In general.
That's great. Get out of my live stream. Very easy to like ban people. Ashley, I think I let Ashley up. I don't remember. Miss Dean Withers, crazy. I don't remember if I let Ashley up. How's it going?
Bro, it's just like one of my main games.
Hello. Okay. Y'all, join up in the guest box if you support Trump. If you think Donald Trump is a good president, join up in the guest box. My claim is Donald Trump is the worst president in my lifetime, in your lifetime. He's a war-making president, not a peacemaking president. Those are my claims. So many rage baiters, that's all they can do. Absolutely. Make sure you guys repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things as always. We are looking for some debates. Should have hit that follow button, try to get to 10.5 thousand likes. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Ashley, you keep on joining my guest box. You literally left. I'm not letting you up. Thank you for the repost. As always, y'all, say what's up in the comment section. Say what's up in the comment section. Okay, Ashley, if you enter my guest box one more time, I'm going to ban you. Bro, you requested. Luke, you didn't. But I'll send you an invite. Actually, no, you're not on your main account. Come on your main account and we can debate, Luke. Because you're a troll. Let's see what YouTube is saying. Give me 1 second, chat. Hold on. 0 out of 0. Y'all, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I appreciate you guys for being here, as always. Thank you for the corgi. Izzy, I appreciate you so very much. If you're a Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to debate you, love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we are looking for some people to debate. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification whenever you guys hit that subscribe, as always. Looks like Luke is back on his main. Would you have debated Charlie Kirk if he was alive? I mean, sure, maybe. Swear, Let's see. I sent you an invite, Swayer. Trump is only weird about the rich people? Absolutely. See if Swayer runs. Yo, make sure to double tap that phone too. There's 40 people in here, 20 people over on YouTube. You guys obviously, as like people, as there's no debates, people are gonna start leaving. So make sure you guys stay. We're gonna get a debate soon. I haven't requested for a reason, buddy. Yeah, because you're cooked. Because you're cooked. Charlie would have eaten you alive, someone says on YouTube. Yeah, bro. Okay, buddy. Sure, buddy. Moving on to the next guest. How's it going?
Good. How's it going?
How old are you?
18.
What are your pronouns?
He, him.
If you support Trump, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Love to have a debate with you. Love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, rarely with some debates. Someone said, "Look up July 4." Nice. 7076. Left is losing the midterm race. Fuck yeah. What do you need to know? Pronouns? They seem like a child. They were a child. Oh, let's do that pronouns game again. Someone comes up here say they don't like pronouns. That's gonna be fun. Hold on. That's gonna be fun. Gotta have it ready. Gotta have it ready, quite frankly. Make sure you guys are double tapping that phone screen if you haven't already. There's still 30 of you in here. No one that supports Trump. So if you're seeing this and you're a Trump supporter, you're on your FYP, join up in. Don't be scared. Don't be terrified. How's it going?
Knees deep on the passenger seat.
Like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. The buzzer on standby real quick. Fucking ad, bro. Casual or what? What's casual? The song that was. Can y'all hear that? I have noise cancellation. That was an ad. Did I finish? Why'd you kick him? Is. Oh, the last guy that was singing? Because they were a child and they were singing. That's why we're here for the debates. You know, type a 1 in the chat if you're gonna come back after I hit a restart. Type a 1 in the chat right now over on TikTok. This does not apply to YouTube. So over here on TikTok, type a 1 in the chat if you'd come back. Septic? Who's septic? I don't know who septic is. This is all you do, and look, LA Graham, you're always in my live stream. Oh, holy shit, you're always in my live stream. Every single day you're in here. Why do you not like Trump? Bunch of different reasons, man. Bunch of them. Come over, debate me. Telling you the truth? Yeah, and I am too. You're in here every day. I think you're a fan. Are you following? You should follow. You're not even following. I mean, I should ban you. LA, I'm gonna ban you if you don't follow. You can tell two things just by looking at that picture. Epstein is AI and the pic is photoshopped. Why would it be photoshopped if I could just like make a picture of Epstein and Trump with AI? Why would it be both? That doesn't make any sense. Also, where is it photoshopped? I mean, besides the words. I'm definitely not following you. I wasn't talking about you, Bills. Someone said, "Why you so hard up for banning? That sounds like a closed border mindset." Yeah, bro, I'm a fascist, bro. Answer my question, buddy. Jules, Justin, something, one of those. What'd you ask? Yeah, I don't see a question. When did you ask it? Yeah, I don't see your question. Trump is on top. Tell you what, I'm gonna hit a restart. Do you think Trump loses the midterms? Yeah, most likely. More likely than not. What we're probably gonna see is like a very like slight Democratic majority, right? In the House and the Senate. Why are you scared? Tell you what, Bills, I'll send you an invite. Send you an invite. Come up if you're 18 plus. Do. And they did not come up. Wow, I'm tired. You can't. Yeah, you called me scared. Crazy work, by the way. Crazy work. All right, I'm gonna hit a restart.
Don't. That's good, Max.
What is up, y'all? We're back. How's it going? 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 We are back. Let's grab another snack. We bought a lot of candy from the dollar store. What these ones? They're the off-brand ones. If they're any good? I've never tried these. They look pretty decent. How's it going, YouTube? I'm gonna Javier Becerra's not live stream, rally tomorrow. W for you. At the end of the day, I think it's gonna come down to like it could come down to two Democrats, them being Steyer and Becerra. Most progressives won't agree with me, but I'm gonna say Steyer only because he's actually a progressive. You take a look at the different policy. I'm not saying Javier Becerra. I would prefer Javier Becerra over like Steve Hilton. I would prefer Javier Becerra over Chad Bianco, but I would prefer Steyer over Becerra only because Becerra is like a Harris. Becerra is a Biden, right? He's an establishment Dem like Harris or Biden, right? Like I don't like Harris, but I preferred her over Trump, right? Just as like the same establishment Dems, right? So people are gonna say like, oh, he's a billionaire, or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, like that's a good critique. Right? I mean, you can make these arguments, but at the end of the day, like he wants to get money out of politics, which is something that I advocate for on here. I support every single candidate, even on the Republican sides for the Republican primaries, so long as they want to get money out of politics, and like a PAC, any corporate PAC, any of that, Democrat or Republican, I would support them for their primaries. Obviously, Democrats are going to be more preferable, right? If it's a Democrat and a Republican who support that, choose a Democrat, obviously, 99% of the time. But yeah, I've never heard of him. Uruguayan and American media personality. Why have I never heard of him? Do you stand for abortion? I love abortion. Yo, if you want to debate me, join up in the guest box. I'm just chilling here eating. Join up in the guest box if you want to debate me, as always. We're looking for some debates. If you're ever on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already considered subscribing. Abortion is killing a baby? Nuh-uh. I've paid today alone for like 50 abortions today. What's up? I've paid for like 50 abortions today alone. Which is a W. I think James beats Paxton. It's gonna be like a close call, but I think at the end of the day, James is gonna be Paxton. Paxton is an adult term. It was impeached by his own Republicans, right? James Paxton, no, James Paxton. James Sillarico's got that. It's gonna be a close race, right? But if y'all are wanting to debate me, join up right now. Thank you for the heart, man. I appreciate you. If you support Trump, you're anti-American. Absolutely. Is the Arizona governor doing good for Arizona? I'd say she's like a 7. Like a 7, 7.2. No, you guys are gonna think that's medium. No, on a scale of 1 through 10, 5 is the middle. 5 is average, so that's not average. 7 is not average. 7 is like above average. So I'd say it's like a 7. I think work needs to be done. I disagree with some things that she's done. She's like establishment. She's not as progressive as I'd hope. It's like a 6 or a 7, definitely like above average compared to like other like governors. I'm not watching that. Did this just turn into like a Q&A? Political position, progressive. Logical assessment says Jeremiah with an H. My favorite Trump supporter. Izzy, I appreciate you with the corgi. You've shown so much love. I appreciate you so very much. Do I love the USA? Depends. Depends on the day. How's it going?
What's up, man?
What do you want to talk about?
I'm saying, yeah, I still support Trump.
Why is that?
I think he's the best thing that happened to America since Reagan. We had
okay,
a
what's the argument for that?
non-politician. Sorry, go ahead.
What's the argument for that?
Yeah, I think forever in my whole lifetime. I'm 41. My whole lifetime, we've had politicians right and left, Bush, Clinton, Obama, Biden, right and left, come in and do the same shit that the previous president did. I mean, they were skewed in different directions, very, very little, but they were the same person held up by the same puppeteers. And Trump came in and threw a rock in that wheel. And he might be with the elites of our country, but he was not with the politicians of our country. They're two different parties, the elites and the politicians. In my whole life, we always wanted an outsider to come in and run for president. I mean, Trump said when he was like popular, because he was cool with Snoop, he was cool with like rappers and the people in like the Apprentice. He was cool with everybody until he ran for president. But when he ran for president, he ran on the wrong side of things. He ran on the Republican side. And he knew that our politician system was skewed. It was corrupt. If it was Bush or Clinton, it was the same thing happening. The same taxes being held. It was the same garbage being told to us. We needed an outsider that was not raised to be a politician. And what happened was he came in and he tried to change things up so bad to where the mainstream media, which was part of the cog, part of the system, they attacked him. As along with our government, they attacked them. The rhinos, the classic moderate old Republicans and old Democrats, they all attacked Trump because he wasn't the classic old Republican. He was a Democrat, honestly, from the 90s, but that is long gone now. Democrat Party now is just like crazy and evil. But he was an outsider that came in with a fresh perspective, with a different way. He looked after the blue collar part of America, and what happened was, the establishment attacked him. And the people they had already brainwashed from mainstream news attacked with him. And now it's been 12 years of straight Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad on the news 24 hours a day. Half the country is radical now. Half the country thinks it's okay to commit violence if the other person voted for somebody else. That's a bad thing. That's kind of crazy. That's nuts. That's something we never would have thought. 200 years of America. That if you were in the 60s and you voted for the opposite president and someone says that they're going to unalive you for that, they'd be a fucking nut person in a psych ward with a straitjacket. But now those people that need straitjackets are walking around wearing dresses. It's just a crazy new world, and Trump pulled radicals out, and the problem is half of the Democrat Party are radicals. They're nuts, they're radical, and they're okay with violence.
All right, you made your
Go ahead,
point.
buddy.
Can I address what you said?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You said a lot of things right there. First off,
I did. I kept going. I didn't mean to. I saw you not talking, so I just kept going.
No, you're good. You're good.
Shut
You're
up
good.
and you do your thing.
You're good. You said a couple points there. We can go point by point. I don't have that good of a memory, so we'll probably just go point by point. So the first point you said, and the main point that I want to address, is you said he wasn't raised a politician. To be honest, I would rather have someone who has been in politics for years, someone who's been in all three branches of the government, because that means that they are the most qualified. Right? Someone who hasn't been in politics, someone who doesn't know or hasn't been a part of any branch of the government, isn't going to be qualified for the most political / government job in the world. Right? So that's the argument there. Then you said that like 50% of the country is okay with committing violence. No, that's not true. We condemn all political violence, A and B. If you want to take a look at people attacking him, he's the one who's attacking the media. He's the one who's demonizing people, stereotyping people. He's the one attacking rhinos, i.e. Thomas Massey and any other rhino that stands in his way, right? He's the one who's like doing all of this. And then if we look at the statistics, Republicans are the ones that are more likely, the extremists are more likely to commit crimes compared to extreme leftists. And a prime example is January 6th, the biggest attack on our democracy in forever. I'll end it there so that you can kind of address what I said.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, I'll go off the first point. The first point you said is you want a politician who was raised in politics to be a political advisor. I disagree. I think a person I would say a person that I know now that is not yet up to the highest point raised in politics is Gavin Newsom. Gavin, a pure politician is a snake. They will basically jump on whatever side they think will help their political career. And Gavin Newsom has been far left until he got heat for letting T people in their sports. And then all of a sudden, he signed a bill vetoing T people from entering girls' sports. But he only did that because they got heat. But he only did that because he was a politician. Only politicians skew from side to side depending on where the wind blows. And if the wind says, hey, sorry.
Trump is a politician. The day he got inaugurated on January...
Trump is a rich guy that grew up in that world.
Okay, Trump is a billionaire and a politician.
Yes, no.
The two worst things.
Oh,
in your worldview.
boy.
He's the moment he won the
I gotta
2016
go. I'm
election.
sorry, man. Oh, my God.
Was there something I did? I'm confused. Hopefully everything's okay with that, man. I'm confused. We can go to the next guess. Was it me like saying he's a billionaire politician? Was I like too far? Right? I mean, I could have called Trump a rapist. I'm confused. At least I was able to address everything I said. He didn't interrupt me. I thought he was going to interrupt me as soon as I started. He didn't. So props to him.
Yo,
How's it
I
going,
hope
man?
I support you.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. That's probably what your parents told you. Your parents said, brown people bad. It's not the case. Just saying. How's it going, y'all? Make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already. If you're ever on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. As always, we are looking for some debates. There's like 100 people in total, both on TikTok and YouTube. On TikTok, double tap that phone screen. They said 10.5 thousand likes. Join up in the guest box if you want to debate me. As always, we are looking for debates. People who support Trump, people who think being gay is wrong, and people who think women are worse at leading than men on average. The guest box is going to be right there somewhere or right here. And if you're on YouTube, click on the link tree in the bio. You can click on the TikTok icon and come and debate me. And make sure to subscribe. Consider subscribing. Click on the notification all. Alrighty. And the best way to support this live stream, check out my link tree. It's gonna be in the bio, on TikTok bio or on YouTube live stream. You can find all my social medias, all of them. I'm definitely on YouTube. You're on both, don't you? The NC autopsy report, horrible. What's his name? Ken something? Ken Smith or whatever? He should be fired. He just stepped down. How's it going, man?
Look at those two pedophiles right there.
It's a grown man, by the way.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. I just wanted to bring something up that people need to look into about Project 2025 or the Big Beautiful Bill. Look into the health and premiums that are going to skyrocket in 2028, 2027. We're going to be paying out of pocket a lot more according to that bill. So here we go. Here we go. Just want to bring up some things people don't want to admit to. They don't want to research. But anyways, I'm kind of shocked people even support Trump at this point after he's shut down the IRS and did all that stuff after he did the scandal. But it's crazy.
Insane that there are still Trump supporters. I appreciate you coming up here. You take care. Have a great day. We are looking for some debates as always. If you are someone who wants to debate, join up in the guest box. AOC is another heir. She would have lost. You mean lost? In the debates. That's not grammatically correct. She would lose in the debate. She misspelled lose. Sorry. And want to be able to tell her people dude, Brandon Clark, if you want to criticize AOC, please learn grammar. Please. Okay? The Democrats hide the list for years. Anyone with a brain knows that. You support Trump because you're straight? No correlation, by the way. No correlation. Of course, MACA are so dumb and gullible that they believe in the imaginary man in the sky. Donald Trump is Jesus Christ. He's in the sky. Donald Trump is everywhere, quite frankly. He sees everything. Donald Trump is the right Jesus Christ. He's gonna come back, quite frankly, in the clouds. He's gonna come back. Trump for king. My point. Have we talked before?
We spoke about 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I forget.
What did we talk about?
About your ridiculous nonsense, your crazy shit. So
Sure. Do you want to
we
have another
spoke
debate
for
with
like
me?
40 minutes, I think. 45 minutes. We spoke about a
Sure.
lot of
What do you
stuff.
want to talk about now?
Well, you know what? Let's get your shit going and let's talk about how you think that because you know the only reason I'm going to go into this is because you're Gen Z just like me, right? What are you? You're 24, 25 years old or something?
Younger, but okay, sure.
What are you?
Continue.
22?
How's it going, YouTube? We're back. As always, we are back. We got a violation on TikTok. I don't know why. I think it was harassment and bullying. Keep in mind, folks, I did not harass nor bully anyone. Okay? That harassment and bullying flag, BS. I didn't harass nor bully anyone. I didn't do shit. I didn't harass anyone. Fuck you, TikTok. Not nice. I just want one more debate. So if you guys want to debate me, join up in the guest box. TikTok is owned by Trump, a billionaire. Good point. If the UPS said he'd be dating your daughter in 10 years, would you report him? Good question. Let's see if this MAGA can answer the question. This is a troll. Why am I letting it the troll? It's a troll. Tell you what, 816. I'll ask the next MAGA that question. Izzy, thank you so much for the cord, guy. I appreciate you so freaking much. Give me some W's in the chat for Izzy for showing amazing love and support. You're incredible. You're absolutely amazing. There's still like 40 people on YouTube. Fucking W YouTube. W YouTube. We should stop eating these. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
How old are you?
18.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because he's a neo-libertarian phalangist.
Alright, define neo-libertarian phalangism.
I don't know, dude.
We don't know what neo-libertarian phalangism is?
Not the slightest, dude. Not the slightest.
Do you know what phalangism is?
Not. No. Well, actually, I read up about it and then I forgot it.
Okay, would you like me to inform you?
Absolutely, yeah. Actually,
Phalangism is going to be like a form of authoritarianism. Typically, or predominantly, it's going to be in Spain. Do you know what neo-libertarian is?
I think I need to be educated on that. Like I've forgotten it.
It's the opposite of an authoritarianism. So that's like saying you're a squared circle. Are you a squared circle?
No.
Okay. Is it possible to be a squared circle?
What?
Is it possible for a circle to be a square?
No.
Okay. Then it's not possible to be a neo-libertarian phalangist.
You know where I heard it, dude? Like, I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I don't support Trump. I'm not a neo-libertarian.
Get out of here, bro. He wasn't one of those trolls that like was pushing and like talk fast. La, 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 la. They don't know what fascism is. Come on. True. Look up Stephen Wickoff. Brandon Clark says, it's really sad when people of your own country is for a country that wants to blow up your country. Doesn't make scene. I don't think America is for like America like get blown up. But okay, thanks for your opinion. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What do you want to talk
Good.
about? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes. And I mean, regardless of whether I support Trump or not, he doesn't really need my support. He's already president. So that question should have been asked a couple weeks before the election. But regardless of whether I support Trump, which I do, it's kind of a moot point. There's nothing to it.
You can
He's going to be the
redact your
president until
support.
January 2029. So you should just pace yourself. Have a good night.
You're gonna run away? He's just coping so hard. That man is just like pure cope. How did I know? What a coping mechanism, buddy. Holy shit, bro. Get a grip on reality. Holy shit. Like, of course you support Trump. Please stop coping. Iran has no desire to attack America at scale. Nobody does. We have the largest military. And we had 100% surveillance over their radioactive materials. That is true. W. Wesley. It's not a mute point when you still support his presidency. Quite literally, that's exactly the point. The point is, oops, wrong account, says Benjamin Netanyahu. The point is, that you should retract your support for him, and you should like go to protests and protest this administration. Better than Biden and Obama? No, Biden was better. Biden's probably like, I think Obama, Biden, they were like top 2, 3, like in the recent history. JFK was pretty good. The way democracy works, or should work, is clearly powerful as our support. Clearly as powerful as our support. Exactly. Our support not only is like if we support MAGA Republicans, we're gonna be voting for MAGA Republicans, which would like give more power to MAGA Republicans. But like, just support in general. You shouldn't support a president that is like harmful to society. Obama was awful. Yeah, I disagree with Obama on a lot, but you know, lots of presidents have been awful. Bush, Clinton, yeah. Clinton, there are some like aspects of Clinton that like people criticize, right? Reagan, you know. Again, every president's gonna have their flaws. Hey Jeremiah, says Joe. Joe, what's up, Joe? I don't know who Joe is, but what's up, Joe? U.S. manufacturing came back and is growing. False. American manufacturing, private investment into American manufacturing is down after a big boom. Who is this person that think he knows? Get a job. S&P 500's record low. The Dow. The Dow. It's a Bondi method. Reagan is the reason this country is in shambles. Exactly. Bro, Reaganomics, bro, that fucked us over. Holy fuck. Ah, fuck Reagan. Under Biden, when is all the bullshit DEI get started and defunding the police, and so Biden didn't defund the police. What? Also DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. To be clear, Biden did the PACT Act, the Infrastructure Bill, the Chips and Science Act. The Chips and Science Act brought 115,000 jobs, brought investment. Infrastructure Bill is like amazing. Trump tried to take credit for it, I remember, back in like when his term started. DEI didn't earn it. Trump's DEI. Also, you can make like this argument that like any president's gonna be DEI because of the electoral college. Gas going from $100 to $80 a barrel next week, according to future stock market prices. I haven't seen the crude futures. I wouldn't like down it. Mainly because of like what Donald Trump is saying. Future, but I'll just like fact check that real quick.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good. How old are you?
18.
When's your birth year?
2000. Or it's in 2007. Why does that matter though? I mean, I don't want to say personal info.
Not personal. What month?
January.
And you're how old?
18. 26th of January.
07? That wouldn't make sense. You'd be 19.
Oh, my fault. I'm high as fuck right now. All right.
Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Sure. Oh, wow. Not being an excuse is crazy. 36 people? Yeah, we YouTube has been going pretty good, low key. Make sure you guys are subscribing. If you guys want to show support, the best way you can do so is a link tree on YouTube and on TikTok. You can find my YouTube. I must give an announcement. I apologize, YouTube. Every single time that I play a game, you guys hear a music in the background. And that's not okay, because I always forget to mute that game. Okay? I'll do my best from now on, YouTube, because I know it interferes with the audio coming from TikTok. YouTube, I apologize for that. Anyways, what was I saying? I was saying something, but I don't remember. At least we haven't had any debates, so you guys are good. How can YouTube join the panel? Link tree in the description of the bio. You can click on the link tree, click on the TikTok icon, and as soon as you're on TikTok, you can debate me. Went to the store today. Your generation couldn't give out change. You know, my generation includes up to 27 years old. Could be mistaken. I don't know. Add you? Troll.
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 20.
What are your pronouns?
She, her.
What year were you born in?
I think you froze, bro.
What year were you born in? Yo, brother, what? He froze. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Yeah, fix that mobile, MAGA mobile first, and then you can come up here. There's almost 50 people on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Come up and debate me. Hey, we'll let you back up. You're gonna tell me your year. You have 5 seconds.
You did though. You froze.
Sure. What birth year?
2005. My birthday's tomorrow. Actually, I'm turning 21.
What month?
June 1st, right?
It's not June 1st.
I thought it was the 31st. Is it not? Like
no, it's today's the 30th.
Anyways,
so your birthday's on June 1st. Like you would know. I feel like it would be a big deal if your birthday was tomorrow. You should know. How's that food? Sorry. Okay, they left. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know if I'm getting trolled or what, but I'm confused. Go vote and stop complaining? You should complain, just saying. Thank you? What are you thanking me for? Someone said my pronoun is D-man. President Trump is the only president to expose P3 videos? Yeah, I don't think he exposed himself. I'm just confused why ask then pause? Because I'm waiting for your response. Like what? I'm gonna allow you to answer. How's it going?
How's it going, man? I'm doing alright.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Alright, cool. What do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Personally, because the media and the conspiracy theorists, they have it all wrong. Jeffrey Epstein was a pretty damn cool guy, and
Okay, E. I'll give you one more chance. No, E left. Never mind. E left the guest spot. Because he knows better than Eris. Come up and debate me, buddy. Come up and debate me right now. Right freaking now. Right freaking. Luke. You're a pretty nasty guy, so I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna freaking ban you, Luke. Scared? No. Not gonna debate whether Jeffrey Epstein was a good or bad guy. There's 60 people over on YouTube. How's it going, y'all? I mean, some of you are new. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, as always. If you guys want to debate me, if you're over on YouTube. Unfortunately, we don't have that number yet. So what you have to do is click on the link tree in the...
What are you doing? Getting waters from my A-top? Why are you grabbing like every lemon we have? They asked
Younger, but continue. That's
20,
besides the point.
21?
Younger, but continue. That's besides the point.
Oh, I mean, come on, just say it. What are you scared?
No, I'm 19.
You're 19. Jeez Louise. All right, so you're Gen Z, just like me, all right? I'm
How old
23.
are you?
I'm 23.
Continue.
Yeah. You
I'm
did
not
the
gonna lie,
same
you sound
thing
older.
3-4 days ago, yeah, so
Sure.
whatever. Point being, do you not see any issue with the fact that 50% of women in our generation identify as LGBTQ, and somewhere around 35 to 40% of our entire generation, including men, identify as LGBTQ?
here. The phones are not working. It's not. You're not taking the order.
You don't
Y'all
see an
not
issue,
answering
right?
the phones.
So
The
long
phones don't
term,
work. Conversations don't
if
take
this trend continues, you don't see an issue with it, right?
I do not see an issue with it now.
So can I tell you the issue that I have with it, and then you can say why it's not an issue?
Sure.
Right. So let's just say, I mean, it's simple math. I mean, I think you said that you went to school, right? You dropped out.
No, I never went. I graduated high school. I'm gonna go to college. I'm taking a gap year.
Oh, so he's taking a gap year. Okay, great. So, but I'm sure you took calculus, right?
No, I think I chose
Oh, okay, so
one
you
of the other
didn't.
ones.
All
Yeah.
right, that stinks.
Like for high school, yeah.
All right, sure, but I'm sure you know basic algebra, right? So here's the deal, right? If 50% of our generation, and let's just say because they identify as LGBTQ, right? So let's even say half of them. So let's say 25%
Sure.
of our generation are essentially infertile, right? Do you think that does not have long-term complications for our country?
No.
No, it doesn't.
They're
right?
not infertile. They're able to have like.
No, well, no.
they're able to
If
have
you're
children.
if you're gay, what do you want to say? If you're not straight, right? Then you're essentially infertile. I mean, if we're gonna tell the truth of the matter, right?
Sure, but you can always have children by like adopting.
Not really, though. I mean,
You can
not
adopt
really.
children, and I think the
Yeah, but
solution
that's
here to
not
what
the
you're
same.
saying, I don't think it's an issue. But if you believe it's an issue, the solution is just going to be more immigration into our country.
Exactly, right? So, and you don't see that as a problem.
No, what's the issue with more immigration?
The degradation of our culture, right? I mean, that's pretty
what
simple.
culture? What's
right?
our culture?
American culture? Do
What
you
is
not
American
understand
culture?
that? This is the thing. People want to say, "Oh yeah, there's white culture, there's black culture." No, white and black culture are essentially the exact same thing when you compare it to cultures that are coming into our country.
Well, all I'm asking you is like, what is the culture of America? What is American culture? Can you define that for me?
Very easily. I mean, you talk about American culture. You talk about, uh, you know, you talk about self-servants. You talk about, you know, preserving our. Dude, you can go into a million things, right?
Okay, self-serving. Are immigrants self-serving? I would argue
Well,
yes.
no,
They
no,
come into this
they
country to try to get a better
no,
life for
no.
them, their
That's,
children,
here
their
you go.
children's children,
Here's
etc.
here's where you dive into the deeper topic, right? Where,
Right. This is a nuanced conversation. Yes.
but yeah, no, you're right. It really is. I mean, when you talk about Americans being self-serving, that is what we should be, right? We should not be you know, we should not be the world police, right? We've tried that aspect for about 50 years. It hasn't worked, right?
Sure.
And when you go into are your parents immigrants or were they born here? Let me just ask, just to get a baseline.
They're immigrants. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Where are they from?
My mom's from South America. Dad's from Mexico.
Okay, very good. And do you consider yourself American or no?
I am American.
No, I'm
By
saying, do you
definition.
consider yourself like American first, or do you consider yourself like I'm sons of America?
Yeah, I'm America first, sure.
All right, very good.
But not like the Nick Fuentes America first.
Well, no,
Like putting
no,
America first.
obviously I'm not
Society.
talking about that.
Sure.
It's not what I'm talking about.
Sure. Continue.
Point being, when we talk about immigration in this country, you think about people like you, right? That were born from immigrants, or that were born from, you know, from parents that were born here, and you know, whatever. You can go on and on.
Sure, we can reference the child of immigrants, but immigrants themselves as well. People who come in here via whatever means, green card holders, asylum seekers, right? Those are also going to be immigrants, undocumented immigrants. Those are the people that I'm referring to as well. Yeah, but what's your point?
Okay. So, do you put asylum seekers on the same level as second generation immigrants such as yourself?
I think that they're a value to American society. Yes.
Yeah, but do you put them on the same level as yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah, they're people. They're in
So do you
America.
put undocumented immigrants on the same level of yourself as well?
Sure. Why? How are they below me? How so?
Well,
Because they're not here illegally. Is that the only reason?
No,
they're
it's
still
not, it's not about
humans, they're
being
still
legal
productive.
or illegal. No.
Sure. So then how are they below me? Why should I put myself above them?
Well, there's a simple answer: is because you have an allegiance to the United States, I would assume, right? Whereas these
How
people
so?
don't. Do you have an allegiance above the United States? I would assume not, right? You were born in the United States.
So allegiance is what makes me better than other
Yes,
people?
not better, above.
Above. What do you mean by above?
It means that, buddy.
Like
What
worth
don't you
more?
understand about this, bud?
Like, are you saying that I'm worth more?
No, it's not that you're worth more, bro. I'm having a hard time understanding how you don't understand this.
You're just saying because I have a quote unquote allegiance.
No,
to
because
America.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you had a what do you call it? If you had a pew to your head, right, and you were to choose America or either of your parents' home countries, you would choose America, I assume, right?
Very
So
interesting
that's a problem. If there's an
Very
there.
interesting. Very interesting question.
No, there's a problem if there's an there.
Well, no. I mean,
No,
are
there
you
really
making
is.
are you trying to like make the claim that America is like the best country?
I believe that personally. I'm not
Okay,
saying
on
that
what
anyone
metric?
else has to believe that. But
On what metric do you believe America is the best country?
I think
Because we ranked what 67th
I think it's quite
on the press
obvious.
index for free press. We ranked 67th. Right, we've
Yeah,
gone
it's-
down
it's
4
not-
places.
Yeah, but honestly, that's not the truth, right?
That
So,
is
I
the
mean,
truth.
that's-
Yes, it
no, that is not the truth. Because
So then on what metric are we better?
Who ranks above us on free press metrics?
Literally
Because
like 50 other countries.
Yeah, but guess what? You know what? None of those countries have near the problems that we deal with when it comes to the press, right? And you can look at
So on
one
what metric
single
are we
company.
better
You,
than
you can
any other
you can
country?
you can look at X. Does X suppress free speech whatsoever?
I haven't done like a deep dive.
Of
I would
course
argue
you haven't, because it
I
doesn't
don't really
support
care
your
about
narrative,
I don't care about X, but I would argue yes.
Of course you
I feel like
don't.
every social media does
Of course you
silence some individuals. But that's
Yeah,
not
but
going to
you're
be like on the
wrong
government.
though,
That's gonna
man. Like
hold on.
the
So
numbers that
that's
you're
not going to be on the
speaking
government.
of
That's going to be on like
was like 5 years ago.
yeah. So
So
that's not going to be on the government. That's going to be on the like social media app themselves and the owners of that app or the creators of that
yeah,
app. That's
but
not
that
really
is the
anything to do with the
truth,
government.
man.
But what does
That's
this
just
have
the
anything?
truth.
You're trying to prove to me what metric is America better than any other country, based on what metric? Because you made that claim, you believe that. So based on what metric is America better?
Listen,
Because there I
you
said
can
press,
find
we're
you
not
can
better.
find a country that is better in any single metric, right? I'm not denying that.
So
All
then,
right.
on what metric are we better, or why do you believe we're better?
As a whole, we have a better democracy than any other country on the
That's not
face of the
true.
earth. Yeah, okay. So, and how would you refute that?
I can point you to multiple other democracies across the world
All right,
that
yeah,
are
and
performing
I
better than we
listen.
are now.
If you're gonna be this little tool bag kind of little piece of shit, I have no interest in engaging with you.
On what metric is like, are we a good democracy when President Donald Trump is violating the Constitution, undermining checks and balances? Right, I would argue that during Biden's term,
You
sure,
keep
like
saying this shit.
we were a
Listen,
pretty good
I
democracy.
listen to
But
you
like
like
right now,
every couple
right now we're
days.
heading right now we're heading into like what Hungary was going through, like an illiberal democracy, which is not
You,
which
you
is a
think
form of
you think we're
democracy, but it's
heading
not
into
really
what
democracy.
Hungary was? Okay, okay,
Yes, we're heading towards an illiberal democracy. Do you know what an illiberal democracy is?
okay, sure. Yeah, sure. If that's your prerogative, man, I mean, you're
I mean, prove me wrong.
you're just out of your mind.
Our democracy since
Listen, I
January
don't
6th has been
have to prove
deteriorated.
you wrong, though,
So
bro.
then,
That's the
I'm
thing.
right.
You're out of your mind. That's the truth. You're just out of your mind, unfortunately.
You're
That's
not
the
you're not
truth.
giving me an argument. That's an ad hom. That's not an argument.
Because you just said that we. Oh my
Also,
lord.
Norway, New Zealand, and Sweden, Iceland, and Finland
And how irrelevant
are
are they to
widely
the world
recognized as the
market,
best
man?
democracies in the world.
How irrelevant is Norway, Sweden, and Denmark?
They're pretty
How
relevant because they have good
irrelevant are
healthcare. They have good healthcare. They have a good
Yes,
taxation
and they're
system. They have a good
tiny ass.
democracy.
They're
They have
they're.
they
It's
have
like
literally
it's
top
like
press.
three.
They have the best
Oh
press in
my
the world, quite
god.
frankly, like never seen
It's like
before.
saying, "Oh yeah, New Jersey 1, New Jersey 2, and New Jersey 3." It's like, okay, great, wow, you have 3 New
Norway,
Jerseys.
New Zealand, and Sweden, and Iceland, and Finland are all different countries.
Yeah, and they're all smaller than New Jersey. I mean, how fucking ridiculous
What
is
does that
this?
have anything to
Come
do
on.
with the claim that I made?
The
On what
point is,
metric?
it's so
On
ridiculous to
you have failed to name
compare those
the
countries.
the only
The
metric
United
that you
States of America, bro.
the only metric that you named that were like better is going to be democracy, but I proved that wrong via the Economist Democracy Index that ranks Norway, New Zealand, Sweden, Iceland, Finland as the top democracies in the world with the best democracies. So that on that point you're wrong. So on what aspect are we better than other countries? Name one aspect.
All right, how about economic mobility?
Economic mobility, Sweden, Norway, and Nordic countries like Finland, Iceland are better. That's based
Oh,
on
so
the
just
economic
every
index.
Nordic country is better. Okay.
Yes, literally on
So
press.
so
On the press,
interesting, man.
Nordic countries are better. Democracies, Nordic countries are better. Economic mobility, Nordic countries are better.
Because
Healthcare, Nordic countries,
hold
Nordic
on,
countries
hold
are
on,
better.
because you can get from the 30th percentile to the 70th percentile way easier than you can in the US, right? That's very different than saying
But that just proves my
economic
point.
mobility,
That
right?
just proves my point. Like
No, it
literally on
doesn't.
no
It
aspect,
proves that
America
the
is
30th
better.
percentile and the 70th percentile are so much closer in Nordic countries and Slavic countries than they are in the United States, right?
One more
So
time.
stop this fucking stupid like
But you failed to provide me what aspect is America
bullshit.
better on. Economic mobility, we're not better at that. Our economy is in
All
the
right,
shitter
all right.
right now.
Have you ever considered leaving?
Have you ever considered leaving? No, I want to progress America and make America better. I want to make
No,
America
you
great.
want to
It's never been
regress
great, but I do
America.
want to make America
Make
great.
America more socialist. That is what you want.
No,
Actually.
progressive. I'm not a socialist.
No, you want to make America more social. I mean,
No, I
let's
don't. Can you define
let's be
socialism?
real. Let's be real.
No.
It's about the
So on
redistribution of
what
wealth,
aspect
man.
is America better on? Can you please tell me? Because it's not press, economic mobility, not like our democracy.
So do you honestly believe? All right, let me ask you this without this nonsense questions that you have all the answers to. Let me ask you this: if you could just teleport yourself to somewhere inside of the Slavic or Nordic countries, would you do so?
It depends. Like if I were to like stay there for a long time.
No,
I don't
no,
really.
I'm just asking you. Like,
It's a very
you
interesting.
would
Like
have to give up. You would have to give up your U.S. citizenship, and you would take citizenship of some Nordic country. Would you do that or no? Of course not.
Well, no, that's
right?
a really,
So
really
stop
difficult
that
question.
shit.
Hold on. Can I answer the question? I would
Please.
feel like I would feel like the answer is going to be probably no because I don't like change. I wouldn't even leave my state.
forget about change. Forget about
I
that
wouldn't.
for a
I wouldn't even like leave my city or my state. Right.
Forget
Let
about
alone
that.
because like I grew up in
Forget
like
about
my
that.
and I grew up in my city. Right. I've never thought about leaving my city or state. Right. So
All right,
the
all right,
idea of me
let's-
leaving
let-
my
let's-
country.
let's
so
give you a
that's
hypothetical.
that's the reason why I would say no. But not.
Let's give
It's
you a
not because
hypothetical.
I do
Hold
like
on,
those
hold
Nordic
on.
countries.
Let's give you a hypothetical. If
Sure.
you were to leave your city and you would be placed in any city in the United States or be placed in any city in any Nordic country, major cities, right? Would you take that deal?
Again, I wouldn't want to leave my city as much as I hate it. I wouldn't want to
Forget
leave it.
that. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about a hypothetical.
Okay, what's
So-
the hypothetical?
Would you want to be placed in a random large city in the US or a random large city in the Nordic countries?
Nordic countries.
Very good. Then I think you should go.
No, because I want to make America great. I want to
No,
make
you
America
don't.
better.
No, you
I do.
don't. You want to
I want to make America like
That's
the
the
Nordic
truth.
countries with good
No,
economic
listen.
mobility,
Yeah,
with good
exactly.
free
But
press,
buddy,
and with
buddy,
good
that's
healthcare, and with a good
that's not the
democracy.
point of America, bro.
America isn't about free press. America isn't about economic mobility, and America isn't about democracy. That's what you just said. America isn't about that. Then what is America?
It's about all of that. That's the thing.
Okay, so then when I said I want to make America like these Nordic countries in reference to their free press, in reference to their economic mobility, their healthcare, and their democracies, then yes, you agree with me. I want to make America like these Nordic countries in those aspects.
What does healthcare have to do with United States? Tell me.
We have a horrible healthcare system, and Nordic countries have a better healthcare system. I mean, shit, even Canada has a better healthcare system.
That may be true, but that's not the ethos of America, right?
Well, no shit. But that's why 50,000 people die every year in America. Because of the lack of
Very
access
good.
to preventative
Well,
health care.
how many of those are on drugs? Please tell me.
No, it's not about drugs. It's about preventative healthcare. That's why you should have listened.
Oh, exactly.
Preventative healthcare. People that should have gotten preventative healthcare but didn't died. 50,000 a year. And yes,
sure.
we have a big drug problem. Absolutely. I'm not denying that. That's why we need progressive policies. We need progressive policies to counter this.
This is the thing. How do you expect to counter the actual American ethos? How do you think that
What is the American ethos?
You know, it's so unbelievable you even asked this question. It's about providing for yourself,
Okay.
small government, right? States'
Yeah,
rights,
Sure.
right? So here are the
States'
things
rights,
that-
providing
that-
for yourself. What is that? Anything? How do I contradict myself when I say I want to become like these Nordic countries that have a good healthcare system? good
because you want to have a
democracies?
nationalized healthcare system. I'm not talking about nationalized healthcare systems.
Okay, why
So
is
that's
why is like free
completely out of
healthcare?
the
Why is like
realm.
free healthcare for everyone wrong?
Yes,
Why? It wasn't a yes or no question. It was a why. Why or why not? Why is it wrong?
because it literally goes against American ethos.
Smaller
You don't
government.
understand
I would
that?
argue that like the ethos of America could be smaller government in reference to like a smaller military budget. Sure, like we should cut our
in
military
reference
budget in
to a
half.
small federal
we should
budget.
like cut our military budget in half.
If
Sure.
California,
we should, like,
listen,
we should
buddy.
like
Listen, buddy.
Sure, continue. Go
If
ahead.
if California wants to create, because listen, they have the fourth largest economy in the entire world, right?
Yeah,
So
liberals do
if
that.
they want to have a free healthcare society for their entire state, go ahead and do it.
Sure.
Why does it have to be
We should
the
do it at a
entire?
federal level.
But why?
To save American lives in the Constitution, it says life,
Yeah,
liberty,
so
and
how
pursuit of
stupid
happiness.
does that
The
sound?
government, the government was made to protect
All right,
Americans.
listen, bro. You're
The Constitution says
are you
life,
going,
liberty, and
are you
pursuit of
going to
happiness.
college or no?
I am, yes.
Where are you going?
Can can you like argue what I said first? I
No,
don't
no. I
know.
mean, where are you going?
Why are you asking me like questions about my personal life? This is like the 6th or 7th question that you asked me within like the last 10 minutes.
Am I asking a
I
question?
misspoke. Question.
Is it a
I misspoke.
question?
Question.
Okay.
Sure. So can you address what I said? Like, how is a healthcare system going to be bad, right? When it would save lives, and that's what the Constitution was made
Because
for.
it's
That's why the
against the
government was looking
American
for.
ethos, right?
Okay, clearly it's
What
not.
do you understand about that?
So is part of the American ethos?
in
like,
the
is part of the
same
American
way,
ethos
buddy.
like the Constitution?
In the same way that they want to restrict gun rights across the entire United States, right? And that's a state's issue. In the same way we talk about
It should be a
abortion.
state's issue.
So all of
Is
these
people
things should be
dying a
state
state's
issues.
issue? Is people dying a state's issue or a federal issue?
It's a state issue, man.
A state issue? People dying?
Because
So
you can
so
just
hold on. So
read.
murder.
What do you
So murder should
understand?
be left up to the states, right?
What did you say?
Murder should be left up to the states.
Well, no, that's defined within the Constitution.
But people dying is you said it's a state's issue. Sorry, I forgot the word. People dying. You said that's a state's issue, right? People who
What
get
about-
murdered, they
about
die. Why is that not a state's issue under your worldview?
And what people dying? What are you talking about?
Like due to guns, gun violence.
No, that's
There's
a
like
state
what
issue.
120. Okay, people dying is going to be a state's issue, but like murder is going to be a federal issue. Why? Well, like in both instances, people are dying. Why?
Capital murder is a state issue. That's different, though.
Okay, sure. So this argument that you're providing about like gun access or gun restriction, sure. Like, what's your point with this? This doesn't address anything I said about the healthcare system.
It does.
Like,
It's
the point of the
it's a
Constitution.
state
The point of the
issue.
Constitution and the point of the United States Constitution is life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. The government needs to do anything and everything to protect Americans and give them life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness at the bare minimum. That's what the Constitution was made for. That's why
Yes,
the government
I
was made.
agree with you. I
So then
agree with you.
healthcare would allow 50,000 people to live every year, right?
What are you
restricting
talking
access to
about when you
guns
say
would
this?
allow thousands and thousands and thousands of victims that eventually will die to live, right?
So do you want America to function like Europe?
Do I want? I think Europe has its flaws.
Like, do you disagree with gun rights in America or what?
I think the Second Amendment is there. It's there.
Do you disagree with it though, or what?
Do I disagree with the Second Amendment? No, I'm like pro 2A, like self-defense. Sure.
Okay,
What does it have anything to do with that? What I just said?
because you just said, oh well, it should be a national issue, and we
Yeah,
we would
national
save
federal level,
50,000
we should
lives a
restrict
year.
access to guns.
Exactly. So you don't really respect the 2A. So
Well, I mean, what does the Second Amendment say? The right for militias, right?
that's the truth, and that's actually been protested in many states at this point. And where I am in New
Let's
York,
read what the
it's
Second
been
Amendment actually
protested,
says.
Oh my!
A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Would you argue that the National Guard is going to be the state's militia? Yes or no?
Yes, that's essentially.
So
the
then that's
state's
what the Second Amendment is like stating, right?
Yeah,
if you want
but,
to go
but
like
when,
on
when they're
what the founding
regulated,
fathers say,
that becomes an issue. So
on what like the founding fathers in the original meaning of the Second Amendment says, you can also look at like what was debated in Congress back when the Second Amendment was written, right? But at the end of the day, we should restrict access to guns because the guns that exist now, or weapons that exist now, didn't exist prior. Right, like the argument here would be like an individual shouldn't have access. An individual shouldn't have access. Like Elon Musk, for example, he shouldn't be able to purchase a nuclear bomb, right?
Shut up.
Should
Elon Musk be able? He shouldn't be able to launch a rocket anyway.
Should Elon Musk be able to purchase a nuclear bomb?
Should he be able to launch a rocket or no?
I'm asking you a question. Should he be able to like own a nuclear bomb as a private citizen? Yes or no?
Wow.
No, but wouldn't that infringe on the Second Amendment under your worldview?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's some arbitrary thing where you have to draw a line.
Bro, people not being able to legally own nuclear bombs does not infringe on people's Second Amendment.
Yeah, what about rocket launchers, or what about
what about rocket launchers?
What about hold on. What about you? You just mentioned Elon. So what about him?
Because he's
owning,
going to be
what
about
about
to be a
him? What about
trillionaire.
him owning literally an ICBM type times 10? I mean, let's be real about this thing. So, I mean, he had if he wanted to do something nefarious, he could, like next week. So let's be real about this.
I think there's gonna be like regulations in like every aspect of like what these
Exactly.
billionaires
Like
and,
you,
and, like
you think
almost
you think
billionaires
someone
are
with
doing.
$1 trillion actually cares about regulations? If he wanted to do something nefarious, he could do it within 10 days.
I think
I
I
guarantee
think
you.
Elon Musk should not be legally allowed to build to own a nuclear bomb.
And so you're stupid. Well, no, not about a nuclear
What?
bomb. Not about a nuclear bomb. That's not what I'm saying. But he owns the technology that is required to deploy one. That's the hard part.
Sure.
The
When did I
easy
say I
part
agree
is
with
actually securing a nuclear bomb.
that? When did I say I agree with like whatever Elon Musk is doing with like his rockets?
Well,
or
I'm
whatever?
saying, do you disagree with it, or
What
what?
does that have anything to do with the conversation
Do you
about like the
disagree with
Second
it?
Amendment?
That
Like,
has to
like
do
the
with the
ability to
Second
own
Amendment,
like
yeah.
nuclear bombs and like weapons, right?
Listen, buddy. I honestly, you're such a child. I can't even.
I'm a child. Yeah, I've cooked you on every single topic.
You haven't cooked me on anything.
Name
All
one
you've
point that
cooked
you
is
beat me
some.
on.
You've cooked some barbacoa. That's it, bro.
Yeah, that shit's fire. Can you name me one point that you beat me on?
Dude, listen. You've just moved from point to point to point. That's the thing.
You're the one that's moving from point to point to point. I was talking
What
about
do
the
you- what
Nordic
do you wanna
countries,
speak
and then
on?
you asked me
Because
about American
the only
stuff.
thing that you actually have is why do you support Trump?
I've
He's
literally
friends with
talked to
Jeffrey
you about
Epstein.
things. I've talked to you. Guess what? This
stupid is
conversation,
that?
I haven't mentioned Trump. I've mentioned Trump once in reference to democracies. Once. This entire conversation, about 15 minutes
All right, so
far,
what do you
has been
what do you
everything
think that,
but
what do you
Trump.
think your best point is? Say.
On what? On Trump or on what?
No, on anything. We feel most confident on.
I mean, my strongest point is probably going to be like immigration, like why a mass amnesty is preferable compared to like mass deportation.
That's
I feel
the
like that's what
easiest fucking thing, dude. You
I feel
sound
like
like an idiot if
I'm
you
well
say
knowledge
that.
on that. I feel like I'm well knowledge on a couple different points as well.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But I like debating
so,
on immigration.
So you honestly prefer mass amnesty as opposed to mass deportation?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're crazy, bro.
Yep. Okay, that's an ad hom.
Well,
Prove
no,
me
so,
wrong.
so you're
Why am I
insane.
wrong?
So here's the thing, right?
Sure.
Do you believe that over the last previous to Trump taking office,
Sure.
the 4 years prior to that the immigration policy was fair? Do you believe that?
No.
Right. It wasn't fair, right? Everyone knows that. Okay. So it was unfair. So a lot of people got in here unfairly. You know, and as is my fiance. So she got in here unfairly, and I'm not even going to deny that. She got in here, she scammed the US government. And just like a lot of other Russians, all right? So that being said, I know how this whole thing works.
Okay. What's your point? How does that prove
My
that mass
point
amnesty is
is-
not preferable and mass deportation is preferable?
My
You said
point
your
is
girlfriend
that-
was here illegally. You said.
No, she entered under asylum.
Okay. Sure. What's your point? then?
Falsely under asylum, but
Do you
she
think she
entered
should have
under
been deported?
asylum, which is legal.
Do
in
you
this
think she
country.
should have been deported?
Of course.
Yo, what?
What do you
think your
think? What do you-
girlfriend should have been deported?
And what do you think? What do you think? I'm like some I'm an all holy guy? No. I
I
don't
would
care.
rather you be a hypocrite than advocate for your girlfriend to be
I'm
deported.
not advocating. I'm
You
advocating
would
for her,
have.
her to
Did you
get
advocate?
deported.
Did you advocate for your girlfriend to be deported when she like should have been?
She should be right now. What do you mean?
She should be
And
deported.
actually, no. She still has another year
What?
under the law. And this is the thing. This is all under Biden,
Hold
bro.
on. Should your girlfriend be deported? Yes or no?
Yes. What's so funny about that?
Because you're saying your significant other should be deported.
Why is that funny?
Because that's insane. I
Why?
would never
'Cause I'm not
advocate
a
for my
hypocrite?
significant other to be deported. I would never advocate for anyone to be deported.
Of course you wouldn't, because you should probably be deported, bro. So what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm here legally and I should be deported. I can see why you want your girlfriend to be
whatever.
deported.
I'm
I can
kinda
see why.
joking, but-
Does your girlfriend know you want her to be deported?
Oh, of course. I've said this to her. I said, yeah, it's bullshit. She knows it's bullshit. That's the thing.
Then why doesn't she self-deport?
Dude, she's from Russia. That's
Okay,
the thing.
why doesn't she self-deport?
Because she's using the system just like any other reasonable person
Okay,
would
why don't
use
you
the
call ICE
system.
on her?
Because I'm not a. I mean, what kind of question is that? even.
Aren't you like for
anyway.
mass deportation, trying to get rid of every single undocumented immigrant? You should like call
Yes,
ICE on her.
dude. Guess what, dude? I own a business. I employ a bunch of Mexicans, dude. Do I want to
Mexicans aren't undocumented immigrants. You can be Mexican
a
and
lot
like,
of
illegal.
most of my employees are. So what are you talking about?
Okay,
I
my
mean,
point is like are you gonna
so
call ICE on your girlfriend?
do you
or
think
what?
I want to? Do you think I want to deport all my employees?
Loki,
Absolutely.
yes, yeah, yes. Would you like? Would you care if your girlfriend was deported?
Absolutely. But I know it won't happen because the federal government.
Yeah,
is
because
just
Donald Trump
completely
doesn't fulfill his
incompetent.
promises of mass deportation, which is a
I
good
know
thing.
that.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
I
is
know
mass?
that.
Sure. Why is mass deportation preferable though compared to mass amnesty? Why is it preferable? Crazy take. But why is it
Did
preferable?
you just say crazy bastard? That's what you
Crazy
just said?
take. I said crazy take. Wanting your girlfriend to be deported. But what? Why is mass deportation preferable to mass amnesty?
Is it not obvious or what?
No, it's not obvious. Continue. Go ahead.
Mass deportation, in the colloquial sense, at least says that everyone who should not be here gets deported, right?
Okay, why
Mass
is that
amnesty
preferable?
says that everyone that should not be here gets amnesty. What
Yeah,
what
why is
what
that
is hard to
preferable?
understand about that? I don't
Why is
get
that?
it.
Why is mass deportation preferable?
You're just an idiot, man. Really?
You're not giving me an argument. You're just like this is like the fourth ad hom that you
Are you just
provided.
a retard or what?
You slurred to run. You knew I was gonna kick you if you said that, so you slurred to run. Yo, wow. First off, don't slur. Second off, you're like disgusting POS, slurring, and you want your girlfriend to be deported.